you find that it reaches maturity, whereby new technology comes in, and then eventually it dies. Previously, we had this record system, whereby when they are playing, they have those big records. I don't know if you have seen those. So it grows, it has died. The tapes came in, the CDs. This time we are using flashes to play your music. So every system reaches what we call maturity, and then maintenance, we keep on maintaining. Thereafter, it dies. That is the meaning of that. The system development life cycle is a conceptual model used in the project management that identify all the activity required to build, to launch and maintain the information system. So meaning, when the system is being developed, it's supposed to go through different activities. Activity 1, activity 2, activity 3, until it reaches the maintenance, until it reaches on the launching. The launching, after building, you launch and maintain. After finishing of the project, you're supposed to what? To maintain it. So normally the SDLC, that is System Development Life Cycle, includes all activities management process that are required, successful launch and deployment the new information system. So the purpose of methodology is to specify a set of well-defined steps, phases, coupled with a set of clear, measurable exit criteria for solving a complex problem. Remember, we have identified the problem for us to come up with this system, which we're about to do. So you are supposed to what? To go to do phase. You go step by step in order to construct this system. There are many approaches to system development cycle, many variations for projects that have various needs. However, there is a core set of processes that is always required, though there is also incredible number of variation of these core processes in how each process is planned and executed, and in how the processes are combined into the project. So there are six core processes required in the development of a new system, any new system. So the 6 cores are: 1, the system to start, you are supposed to identify the problem. There are supposed to be a problem identification. And then after you identify problem, you are supposed to get what we call an approval to proceed. In an organization, for example, the problem is identified, there are supposed to be an approval. So meaning an approval to what? To go ahead to build that system. The other one, you are supposed to what? To plan and monitor the project. What to do, how to do it, and how does it, who does it? So this question you have to ask it, because you have to plan. There is identification, you have identified the problem, and you have obtained already the approval to proceed to build that particular system. When you are you have to plan to monitor how are you going to do it, how to do it, and who does it. Do you have people? Do you have manpower in place? Do you have manpower within an organization so that you develop that particular system? The other one is discover and understand the detail of the problem. So remember, there is a problem which you identify there. So you have to discover and understand it. You go in details to know that particular problem. After that, you have to do what we call design the system component that solve the problem. So meaning here you should study programming. You what? You see the component that solve the problem. Thereafter, you build. After building the system, you test. After testing, you integrate a system component. For example, if you are building the system in a component, for example, you are building in stages. You are building this, does that, this does that, integrate them. Sometimes your system, for example, if it is student management system, you integrate with your account system. You integrate with the other system. Like, for example, you want to integrate that system which you have developed with, for example, purchasing system. You can do that. The other part is complete the system test and then deploy. So meaning you are deploying, you give the system to the users so that you can what? They can start using it. Any queries about only these which I've lectured? Any queries before we go to this one? When you start to this, we explain this one up to maintenance. Any queries, guys? Any queries?
Yes, do you mind repeating what you just said?
Ate? What are you saying?
Yeah, like the Cisco process. Do you mind repeating that?
Where am I supposed to repeat?
You said something about the Cisco requirements and stuff.
Cisco? No, I haven't talked about Cisco.
All right. No.
I haven't talked about Cisco. I was talking about system development life cycle. That's all.
All right.
Unless if you are not following. Moses?
Yes, sir. He was saying 6 core of system development.
But he was talking of Cisco. I don't know where the Cisco comes from.
I think it was just a
The
mistake.
network is.
I also want you to repeat on the same 6 core system development.
Okay, the system 6 core processing. Which is no, if someone say talk about Cisco, I'm not talking about Cisco here. I'm talking about 6 cores processes required in the development of any new system. Remember, for example, you are using based system. Maybe we are not using computerized system. You are using manual. Now you decided your company to develop a new system. That's why I'm saying development of any new application. So the first for you to do any system, you have to do problem identification. Once you identify problem, even you there, you identify the problem that you are not educated enough. You are uneducated. You have education partial. You are in grade 12, and then so you have only have grade 12. So meaning you are not educated. You have identified that there is a problem there. There you need the approval. Where do you get the approval? From your parents. You get the approval. But in the development of the system, the problem is identified by whoever identified. Everyone in the company can identify the problem. So you submit, propose, we'll explain later on. There are project proposals. You propose the project proposal. You write, you identify, why do you identify the problem? You identify the problem, why do you want the you explain in that proposal. Thereafter, the management should approve for you to proceed. Why? They have seen that this identification of this problem, really, it will help us. It will help us. Even you there, you identify, I think so hence you have to convince your parents, and they approve. Even in the company, that is the way it does. Now, planning, after that, you plan what to do. What are we going to do? Even you, well, what am I going to do when I go to university? How to do it? How are we going? How am I going to do it? Am I going to do it remotely? Am I going to do it full time? Am I going to do it part time? Who does it? Like in the system, who does it? For example, this system, are we going to buy from people? Are we going to get people from outside to come and do our system? If we identify, for example, we have programmers in and we said, those people, they can do it. Like here at CBU, we normally develop our own systems. There are few systems which are done outside, like payroll. We can't do our own payroll, but others can do. Because if you do our own payroll, one day they find me with a lot of money, So they normally buy most of the institutions. It's not advisable according to audit. We can't do our own payroll. No. So you plan and monitor the project. The other part is discover. You discover and understand the detail of the problem. When you identify the problem, we normally go in detail now to understand the actual problem. Thereafter, we do what? We design the system component. We design how is it going to solve the problem. After that, you should now build. You start now programming. After you do the program, you have to test. As we go on, we are going to bring this why system are being tested, why are system being integrated. So you do that. And then after you test, what do? You complete the system test and then deploy it. Meaning deployment, we are talking of giving to the actual user to use that particular system. Is it clear there? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. Moses, it's clear. Godwin?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. That one wanted to ask has run away. Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
some of us are not seeing your screen, the one that you are
Okay.
sharing.
Oh, all of you are not seeing the screen, guys.
No.
No, we're
I'm
not. We're unable to see.
We are unable to see.
You can't see, sir. There's nothing.
You can't see now.
We can now
We can see now.
We can
Just
see.
a minute. Just a minute.
We cannot see.
You see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, any question on the 6 code? Is it okay? Are you clear? Are you clear? Yes, Mike, Shimush. I know you came late, even if you are raising your hands. I saw you joining. Yes? Hello? Guys, are you there? Mike?
The
Shumus?
network is bad for some people.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I'm saying, are these core processes different from the generic process framework for software engineering?
It is totally different, sir.
They're different.
Yes. These are 6 core processing requirements in the development of any new application. So it's totally different, sir. Don't miss these are 6 core processes requirement in the development of any new application. Is it clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Anyone with a different question? Anyone with a different question? I'll bring this and then you start dancing. I'll bring this. So ask me. Okay. Ask your friends, they cried. So I want you to ask me questions before things. Rachel.
Yes, sir. I want to ask about the if they are separate, the point that you said discover and understand the details of the problem, and
Yes.
you test the system. Are they are they the same or they are different, sir?
Where I said
Where you said that discover and understand the details of the problem, again you went ahead to mention you test the system.
Madam, when you are when you are doing this first and foremost, madam, ukuchaya ukuchita construct ukuchita build new system mwalembo mpya system iya kumpya vya mapepala. It's not a computerized.
Yes.
Iya kuvalira mwalafu amwala chita identify mwalafu a problem mwasa samanga problem ngature registration abantu balafula abakula fe manyati abana first bafika mu university abakwetyo kwa kulala, they can't be accommodated until they do registration, and the process irabakambasam. But if we construct a system whereby they can even do registration, just imagine if you were there at Kapasa Makasa, coming with your hard cash to pay, confusion would have been there. Cashiers, our Kupoke would have been many, 10 for you to be handled. So, my son, no, I think this is a problem. This is a problem. What do? Let us seek approval. Our meetings more quarter, and then it has been approved to that our system we to computerize so that our no believe they can pay, they can even what they can even just bring the deposit slip. They just keep their
Yes,
deposit
sir.
slip. We can able to see in the system. That is one. The way they are. When I ask you to do it, if I want, I can say put them the way they are. You can't start building without identifying the problem. You can't go discover and understanding more detail, more problem. You can't. They are supposed to be followed like this, the way they are. The other one, you have to plan. Planner. Who work
Between.
on this system? Are we going to just call outsiders to come and construct this for us. Guys, you are making noise there. After you do that, you are going to get this problem again. You discover now you want to understand better. Who is going to understand this problem? We have presented this problem to programmers who are supposed to understand that problem. More detailed. Thereafter, you design. After you design, what you do? You build. After you build that particular system, programmer, you need to test. Even when you finish something, even when they feel construct, even a lot, no, try to drive it. You see, it is nice. They test. After testing, you integrate with other systems. Thereafter, you present the system from the end users. Finito. You hand over that system. It's you who is building this. These are some forward. Is it clear, madam?
Yes, sir, it's very clear, sir. Thank you so much.
Are you sure, madam? Madam.
I'm sure, sir.
Are you sure?
Sir, I'm very sure.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
I've asked you how many times?
You've asked me 3 times, sir.
3 times. In I like it.
Yes.
3 times. 3. And you can say, no. You can say, madam. You can say, no. Makasonde, you didn't teach this. I will bring whether you like it or not. You cry. Please, on these 6, I'll give you even 3 marks. I don't want to be jumbled, built. It goes supposed to follow like that. Any queries before I leave on this? I'm waiting for you. Questions? Not newcomers. I know them. If you are a newcomer, Daddy, so you are a newcomer. Who else? Even this Emmanuel thing, you are a newcomer. I want to repeat. Yes. That is what you want. Because you are a newcomer, you just join a rate.
No, sir, I joined a long time ago.
Oh. I saw you.
No,
Who is allowing you to join? What do you want, sir?
sir, are these the only major processes required to build the same system, or they're just or there are more processes?
We are coming, sir. Just what I've taught. Are you clear about this?
Yes, sir, I'm clear about it.
I don't want you to bring more problems. I'm saying, are you clear? I don't want to hear those which are
Okay,
not.
sir.
I want you to understand only this. I'm not interested for others which you think they are there. No, I'm asking you. Do you understand this 6? This is only 6. I don't want you to confuse yourself. Are you clear, guys? Maria. I can see Maria. Maria who? Hey, Maria. Jina wako Alesa. Iwe, Maria Virgin.
Sir, on the first,
Hey, can you talk? Yes.
sir, I'm saying I didn't get the first explanation before you came to the 6 code.
Which first explanation?
The one you were explaining, like when introducing the topic.
Where? No, this one I want to repeat because I was explaining these. After that, I repeat 6 codes. Where were you? Where were you?
So I didn't understand.
Emmanuel,
Sir.
yes.
Yes, sir. No, I just wanted you to repeat on what you said. Actually, my network was sleeping, so I wasn't getting what you're saying. So I was joining and getting out of the conversation while you're still teaching.
I'm saying, have you understand this is 6 core processing requirement in the development of any new application?
No, sir, I do not. I did not understand. I did not understand. I
Where are you?
like you,
Where
sir.
are you?
My network was shipping, so I was sometimes getting into the
Guys,
conversation.
how are we going to how are we going to be repeating? We won't move. We can't move like
No, sir,
this. No,
just
no, no,
repeat
no,
this
no,
one.
no. No, I can't. Abishai, is it in Mbewe or what? Can't repeat my sir.
Yes, sir. My question is in the first place when you are explaining is you said something maintenance. Do you
Where?
put maintenance?
Where? Where are you not clear?
Yes. Where you said maintenance. Do you put maintenance under the deploying of the system or what?
After you construct or develop a system, what do? You are supposed to be what? To start maintaining. When you buy a bicycle, for example, what do? When you buy a bicycle, or anything, whether they have constructed for you or what do? So you are
Yes, sir.
supposed to be doing maintenance on that particular system. From time to time, you are supposed to do maintenance.
All right.
Okay. Let me go through for the sake of someone who was complaining about the network. So system development life cycle, every system has a life cycle. And an information system is born when there is a problem. When you identify the problem, when there is a problem, it's when you are supposed to start constructing the system. So when there is a problem, it's when you start developing a system. For example, you have identified that we are using manual system. What do we do? Let us bring some people to develop or to start constructing our system. Or if you have manpower there, you start developing that. After the system is developed, it grows until it reaches maturity. Every system grows until it reaches time. If they are useful, for example, even you, when you are employed, you are useful. When you grow, you are supposed to be what? To be useless. They will just discard you because you have grown. Even in technology, nobody grows. Every time things are changing. I gave an example of phones. We used to use phones whereby someone, hello, using wires. Through these loads, along the load, Monsomwadiama wires, which are connected from here to Kapasa Makasa, for example. But this time we are using a cell phone. So that phase has already reached that maturity. Equal technology, even the system at the end of the tunnel, it reaches the end of life. So the system development life cycle is the conceptual used in project management that identify all activities required in building. So system development cycle is just identify every activity which are supposed to be involved in the development of a new system. Normally, the system development also include all activities that are part of the system, and as design, programming, test, maintenance. All these are supposed to be followed. The purpose of the methodology is to specify a set of well-defined steps and phases coupled with a set of clear, measurable exits. So, however, there is a 6-core set of processes that is always required when building up a system or doing something, you want to develop a system, there are 6 cores which are supposed to be there. The 6 cores of processes required in development of, I'm repeating, of new system, of all new or any new application. One, you have to identify the problem. They are supposed to have identify the problem, meaning the need, where the need. And thereafter, when you identify the problem in that institution, they are supposed to be an approved. You can't start anything without an approval. You can't start without any approval. You just start working. No, you have to agree and you get an approval. Thereafter, you need to plan. And you should ask yourself what to do. What are we going to do? Eh? Who does it? For example, if you don't have programmers, you ask yourself, where are we going to get this type of system? Who does it? If it is in your organization of programmers, you say, we have our own programmers, they will do this. The other part is discover and understanding details of the problem or need. So you get that problem, you analyze it in details to understand it. Meaning, those people who might identify it, they can build, they should also understand more details about it, that particular problem. Thereafter, there is a design. You design and then you build. After you build, you test. After testing, what you do, integrate with other systems if there is any. Thereafter, hand over this system. Is it clear there? Is it clear? Is it clear? Oh.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Kachisepo no tuminwe ikafika. Time come. This is the time when I laugh. When marking. So please. Please. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
There is no query. We move. If there is no query, then let us move. Emmanuel, what do you want from me? Emmanuel, I can see your hand.
No, sir. It was the first hand that I raised, but then you've explained, I've understood.
Are you clear? Nakabina workshop, are you clear, you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you are clear, well and good. Okay. Let me move now to this diagram. So we are going to explain all these. So it's a traditional system development lines. So this is what we call waterfall model. If you find like this is a waterfall model. So I told you this is the traditional development life cycle or waterfall model. It can be called traditional system life cycle. It's meaning we are saying, or we say waterfall model. I can understand. Another one we are going to learn about the spiral model. So we'll go through that. Figure 3 below is a classic waterfall model methodology, which is the first system development method, and it describes the various phases involved in developing of an information system. For example, they are developing or they are building your student management system or any system. You decide to use this model or to allow model to allow, or if you are going to use spiral, it's you to decide which model or life cycle you are going to use. In this case, we have decided to use spiral. The first one I was telling you is problem identification. You find a problem. The first one is feasibility study. Even when they are building a road, they do that. Whatever they are building, you have to do that feasibility study. I'll explain more about feasibility study. I'll explain more about requirement. Again, you correct requirements. What are these requirements? What is required from the users? The users of the system are very, very important. I'll explain more there. Design, what is design all about? We explain there. And development of the system is where programmers comes in, and then you test it, implement, and maintenance. When I ask you draw and whatever of life cycle, please, you should draw Jones H the way they are. If you miss this one, for example, you forgot test, or you get test, you put there, I'll give you 0. If you get visibility that you put it here, I'll give you 0. Maintenance, you put it here, I'll give you 0. It's supposed to be the way it is. Any queries there before I move. Before I move and go in detail. Any queries? I'm just telling you, if please, okay, draw and explain. You draw the way it is. No explanation, no two ways about it. The way it is. If you remove, you forgot to put a design, I'll mark you 0. If you get these, you do 0 again. Any queries? Wambo kulorekesha. Alexander, before I go in details. Hey, can you chap we move? Alexandra. Is it a wrong handy or you are just posing what? If you are not asking, sir, Alexander, can you put your hand down? Hello? Guys, are you there? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Benjamin.
Yes, sir. Describe the phases.
What?
Can you describe the phases required?
I can't get you.
Can you describe the various phases involved in the project?
What who is getting his what he's saying? Who can amplify his question? Sir, I'm not getting you. Can you speak up? Sir Benjamin, who can help me to understand what you want? Bridget, can you help me? Have you heard what he's saying?
Yes, sir. I said that
Now
can you describe the phases?
Phases, I told you that I will explain each and every phase. Problem I
Okay,
I will explain.
OG.
Anything we say, draw and explain, you should draw the way it is. Maybe explanation, maybe you can put, but they are supposed to be for the way it is. This diagram should be the way it is. Dead or alive, please. If I happen to ask you, don't hesitate to what? To write the way it is. If you remove requirement analysis, then you get 0. The way it is, if you miss 1, it's crying. If it is 10 marks, you get 0. If it's 10 marks, you get 0. Is it well clear there? Ask me at why. I expect you to ask me why. Kabini shinimbi kafyonza. Takwa wok take up wali. Before taula before taulali tabula pia wambo kudia. There are more processes that is the way it's supposed to be. There is no shortcut in this development life cycle. Any queries before I move? Yes, Andrew.
Yes, sir. Now, the slides that you've just looked at, it's cool.
That is it. That one a 6 score. Check it there. Somehow connected, disconnected. If you see. If you see something, it's connected to it. That's why we start with 6 cores. It's connected. If I say 6 cores, you rest this the way they are. Is it clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who else? Omba.
It's clear, sir.
I clear, Omba. Okay.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yeah. Anyone confused? Before I take you to China, please ask the question. Yes, Beatrice. Madam Beat, I saw your hand. You just left. Okay.
It's a mistake.
Thank you very much. Okay. It's happened, madam. Mistakes are always there. Guys, now we are explaining one by one. There. Stages. Stages of the typical system what? System development life cycle. Number 1, we said problem identification. The first step is the problem identification. The intention is to identify problem, determine its cause, and outline the strategy for solving it. Any queries there? Are there anything to ask there? Are there any? What we are saying here, you are supposed to do feasibility study, investigate, to check, is the business or system viable? Is it need just the upgrade, for example? Is this the need to redesign? Or is it to develop the entire system or the entire new system? You do that. During this stage, the following activities are performed. 1, the project team conduct a feasibility study to identify the nature of the problem. But 2, the team also examine the current system to determine how well it meets the needs of the users organization. You check what you have before you move to anything. You check. How is it helping us? And number 3, assess whether assess whether a new improved information system is visible solution. So based on investigation, the project team can make 3 possible recommendations. The 3 possible recommendations that the project team can make are to leave the system, the current system as it is. Remember, we do things as a team. So after going through the system, the team can say, the system is just so okay. Let us leave the way it is. Number 2, to improve or to enhance the current system, meaning you what? You upgrade maybe the same system. Number 3, to develop the entire system as new. Any queries there? Guys, any mafunzo? Any mafunzo? Guys, na workshop. Any? Yes? Yes, I can see Comfort. My Comfort, can you come out?
Sir, my question is, these three activities that we listed here,
Which
how are they different from the other 3 ones? Because they seem to be the same.
which system? Which 3?
These 3 activities, and
Which activities?
that's it. During this stage, the following activities are performed.
Where? These?
Yes, so the ones in black, yes.
They are totally different, sir. Madam. Here is to leave, Moren. The problem team conduct feasibility study to identify the nature of the problem. What is this nature of the problem? Number 2, the team also examine the current system to determine how well meet the needs of the users. They are going in details. Number 2, assess whether to improve. They are a bit, but because after this, it's when these decided. These after what Dave, Madam Fiance, Ero Applies decided. Now we improve on that particular system through upgrade. Or let us develop a totally new system. Remember, here they are assessing whether a new or improved system is visible solution. Is it a solution? They're asking each other. Now here they are recommending what to do. Here they are saying, which system whether can we improve the panga system here new? Is it a solution? Is it going to bring the solution? And thereafter, they said, let us just develop a new system. Is it clear, Sam, Madam So? Madam what? Madam Comfort?
It's clear, sir. Thank you.
Is it clear? Ask again.
It's clear.
Even if you say, no, I'll go back. Even a person who was not in this class, he came late. I went through from 0 up to 9. Someone was asking me a question. I started all over, and I'll continue doing that. So that someone doesn't complain. Not complainer. But that useless man was even encouraging us to ask him 100 times. He was not tired. He used to just repeat and repeat and repeat. Sometimes he was a joker. He used to say, but he used to take it back and do it. Any queries? Any mafunzo? By Comfort, are you comfortable on this?
Yes, I'm comfortable.
Oh, better. That is lovely. My comfort. Okay. Any more question? Benjamin, Homba, Moses Wire.
Yes, sir, I've understood.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me move. Okay, we are going now to stage. Stage what? So we are saying analysis. During the analysis phase, that's the animal code analysis. If it's more, that is what we want. What happened in the analysis stage? During the analysis phase, the software engineer gathers one documentation, interview users of the current system, meaning there is a system, whether it's a paper-based system or computerized system. You need to read the document, interview users of the current system, those who are using it system. That's why we say if one exists. If it is not existing, we just interview those users who are using that particular system. Number 3, you observe the system in action. If there is a old system there, even if they are using manually, you should just sit and observe. The other one is gather and analyzing data to understand the current system and identify new requirement. You check are there any requirement, because that is a document they just presented. Oh, the system, these are the requirements, these and this. So for you can't work like that. You should gather more requirements. Number this one, the software engineer identify the requirement related to each subsystem of the following in the proposed system. 1, along the way, you might see the input, output requirement, new requirements. Can see processing requirement. Can see the required storage. Maybe you recommended the small storage. They can able to do that. The other one is the control requirement, desire, accuracy, validity, security. Controls are to do with security. How is it? How safe is it? That is, these things are normally happen during that time. Okay. So the following are the main issues that the functional requirement report should outline. Because after, that's what we are saying, the software engineer documents the work done in the analysis phase in a written functional requirement report. So after you do this, you are supposed to write functional requirement report. And that functional requirement report should explain this. So we are saying the following are the many issues that a functional report should outline. Number 1, should explain the current business procedure. What is the current business procedure? What procedure are there? Number 2, how the current system works. You are supposed to system even if you write in the report. The other one, identify problem with the current procedure. If there is the way the procedure are done, you identify the problem of that particular procedure which that current system is using. The other one is describe the requirements that the new system or modified system. Now you just describe what a new system should have these new requirements, or if this the old system is need these modification so that it perform what you want. Any queries there on what design? Any queries, sir? Madam Chisha. That is so.
Yes, sir. I wanted to
Yes.
ask, is there a difference between the analyzing phase and the investigation phase?
Adi?
Is there a difference between analyzing phase and the investigation phase?
The difference between
Between the analyzing phase, the one you're explaining, and the investigation phase, the one you explained previously.
investigation stage analyzing.
Yes, sir.
If you check here, there, here, check here, we say problem identification, feasibility, investigation, they are totally different. This one is the analysis phase. This one is different. If you check on the investigation phase, what is there is totally different with that. Sometimes I may bring the question, what is the difference between feasibility study or investigation phase and analysis? Those are totally different, sir.
All right, sir.
Very different, actually. Yes. Who was the Dariso? That okay. Chipasha.
Yes, sir. Me, I just want to get a clarification on the same system we are talking about.
The what?
On the same system we are talking about, I just want a clarification. So this system, the system layout we are talking about, we can implement it on an organization which is in functional or during the starting of constructing of an organization. For example, this is Kapasa Makasa University. There is a system which runs here.
Yes.
And another situation where we are starting an organization. So meaning in these two areas, we can apply these procedures to formulate a system. That's where I want to clarity.
Not getting you. Let me explain in English and Bemba. Sir, you have a system there. System there.
Yes, sir.
So I'll be explaining in both the languages. You have a system, sir, there, Kapasa Makasa. And then someone can say, the system is slow. The system doesn't do that and do that. There now, you what? You are identifying problem. After you identify the problem, it's when you start doing this. Either that particular system, whether it is a paper-based, for example, the Makatana system, it's a problem. So much identify there. You identify the problem that you don't have a system, or there is a system which is there. If there is no system, there is paper-based. I can say there is a system, even if it's a paper-based, it's not computerized. There is a system. Mulawomba filafini. Our student Isa, Muamurekoda, files, system, they come, put in the files, and then you put the file there. I am a class like that. That is the system. So meaning you can say either system in there if you want a construct new system. If there is a system at Kapasa Makasa, then we identify that there is a problem there. The system is slow, the system doesn't do the queries, it doesn't do the report. We may come there, for example, if they have hired me, I'll check the system, the current system which they are using there, student management system, and see, taipanga reports, taipanga fee, and then I may recommend whether to develop a new system totally or to enhance, because they are saying there is it doesn't do reports. Reports. Chap, I'm done. It is the way things happen, sir. So you can't say totally there is no system. Even in Abalabe, even when you go to the village, others were washing, bathing. There is a system there. Study it. Okay. Such things. This time you are constructing a toilet self-contained. Previous toilets again, yes, construct self-contained. It is the way it's supposed to be. Every system, if you find a system at your system, the system is there. It's you to enhance it. Is it clear, sir? Mr. Chipasha, is it clear? I'm talking to you. Guys,
yes,
are you there, guys? I was explaining to you. You should answer.
Sorry, I the where to activate the mic and so on, like today. So I got the concept.
Is it clear, sir?
It is very, very
I repeat. I repeat.
No, sir, it's clear. Thank you.
300 times I will repeat. That is the beauty of you. I like it. Comfort, what is the problem?
So, show me the analysis.
Where?
If you can just put the note for analysis.
That is
Here.
the analysis.
Yes, and just before this reads
Here?
words here, but kumuluk soko.
Where?
At least yes.
Where?
Where you yeah, just from here, just from the beginning.
Madam, during the analysis phase, this engineer, you are the one who is developing the system. That's why they are saying software engineer. It's you. When you go there, you gather, because they have just presented the problem to you. Remember, they have just presented the problem to you, and you have done investigation. Now, what we are doing is to analyze the things. Engineer, you read documentation. Every system should have a documentation. Number two, interview users who are using that particular system. You can't just that. Are you the one who is using that particular, who will be using that system which you are constructing or which you are developing? The person who will be using that system, it is the end users, the current users who are using that particular system. That's why you're saying interview. The other one, you observe. Sometimes you just go there and you observe what they are doing. You are just observing. The reason. The other one is to gather and analyze data to understand the current system. Through doing this, you can identify new requirements. System you can identify, I think nakam. Oh, because of the a report manually to that manager. Oh, that is the way they work. I think I like. So meaning you identify new requirements. If you are for they have presented to you over for now you want to know more. Is it clear, madam there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, let us move. So after this analysis, this is a process also. As you can see, it's a process of analysis. There, remember, we have problem identification, feasibility study, and then we have analysis, and then we have design. After you do those things, I can see there you are looking for what? You are looking for what the requirements which they presented before you. They have presented a requirement specification to you. You want to understand more or identify more, and thereafter you go and design. What is there under design? We are saying the investigation phase focuses on why, the analysis phase focuses on what, and the design phase focusing on how. So we have to answer this. In the design phase, the system engineer develops the system specification that describe how exactly the system requirement identified in the analysis phase will be met. So the three main categories of how this statement, we said how. It is why, how, or what. Now we have now. So the three main categories of how question that software engineer consider in the design phase are talking about interface, the front. So how will the output of the system be designed? Where will input data come from? And how will it be entered into the system? So you should think of to design the interface. The interface is the front screen. There on the front screen, you see the design, the interface, the outside. How is it going to be? How will various output? Where will input come from? What are we going to enter in the input? How will be entered into the system? Data, system. What data are going to be entering? How will the various windows, menus, example, if we open the Office or Windows, how are their icon arranged? Are they other user computer dialog character be designed? How are the menu like? Like if you go to Microsoft Word, you click on top there. So you can see their menus. How are they going to be? The other part is database design, where the data will be sitting, will be kept. How will the data element and structure of the file that compose the database be designed? The other one, process design. How will the program and procedure for proposed system be designed? Should the system centralize in a single computer or distributed through the network? Those are the questions which you are supposed to ask yourself. That is on design. Any queries there? Any mafunzo there? Any mafunzo? Okay. Someone I said we are happy. Okay, let us go now to development. After that phase, you just go to development. You are programming now the system. So after the design phase is completed, the actual system development can begin. You can start coding. It's when the job starts. So the development phase is a process of turning the design specification into real. All those problems now we have started now working on them. So the fundamental activities of development phase include hardware. You should now, after development, You should ask yourself, I was telling you that there is no software without hardware. So think of hardware, software, communication, purchases, documentation, and the programming that is writing the code to solve the task. It's where the work starts. Any queries there? Any queries there on the development? These are the things which are involved there. Any mafunzo there? Any mafunzo? Are you clear? Omba? Are you clear? Comfort, my comfort. Comfort, my comfort. Are you clear there? Emmanuel, are you clear?
Yes, I'm clear.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
That is so jelly.
I'm clear, sir.
Are you clear? That is so jelly. Jelly. Do you know the meaning of jelly? Even kumwezulu. That is so chifungo.
How, sir?
That is so chifungo.
I'm clear, sir.
Okay. Chipasha.
Very clear, sir.
Oh.
Yes, I may have been raising my hand.
Sir, guys, be fair. Where were you?
I was there, sir. I've been raising my hand. I can't speak without being chosen.
Please, how many times did I talk about nine? So you want me just to be at your hand? I can't lecture. I've been how many? Are there any queries?
Yes, I raised my hand. I can't speak without.
You have to see here. What is the problem? Be fair.
Yes, sir. On design, I've only heard about
please. What is the problem?
The problem is on design. I've only heard about user interface. I didn't clearly get on these other two interfaces that are being designed on the design. I've only about the design. About the others, I haven't clearly gotten what.
This is it. You ask yourself, how will the element and structure of the file that compose the database design? You should ask yourself there. This database design is going to be constructed. We are saying how will the data element and the structure of the file that compose the database be designed. You ask yourself. It's yours. You to ask yourself. You are a developer, you are a programmer. How it's you to ask yourself. The other one is process design. How from the procedure one to we are processing to do that process, the output. How is it going to move from when you input it and when it is the output? That's why we are saying how will the program and procedure for process system be designed? Should the system be decentralized, whereby to what? To access the data at the central place, or can it be distributed? Whatever is on this computer, even there should be there on that particular computer. But for me, I concur with it decentralized because the data is on the central place and each and every user is able to access it. Is it clear there?
Yes, it's clear now.
Where were you? Your friends were sharing coffee. If you are not there, when I say any queries, please, from the word go, you raise your hand. If it is 10, you raise all of you 10. I'll start pointing one by one. That is the way it is. Not once goes and then you start that is. Remember, when I'm asking, I normally go to another interface to see who is asking, who is not asking. Okay, so we said we are from design, and then I talked about development. Any question about development? I talked about development. Any queries on the development? On the development, any queries? Development. Are you clear on development?
Yes, sir.
Are you? Very
Yes.
It's hard. I heard asking someone is there. Okay, after the development, I can say Aaron, any queries about testing?
Oh, I just have a question, sir.
Yeah, on what? On
Oh,
testing.
so what normally happens when there is a an application malfunction, like it operates well in this device and then the other device doesn't operate well. So
Example, Windows 10. And we have Kasonde, which has the operating system such as the Windows 7, Windows started just accepting machines for Windows 10 and upwards. System that. So it depends, sir. You can do your system to say it only work on the Windows when you are programming there. It can't work. And the what programming languages which you are using, time to time they are upgrading it. Is it clear, sir?
Yes, it's clear, sir.
Any
Thank
more
you.
queries, sir? Guys, any more queries before I leave? I go to the last one. Before I go to two are remaining. Any queries? Abigail Nakawala. Abigail, are you dead?
Yes,
Jacob,
sir.
are you dead, Nakawala? Or Abigail Shikawala?
I can't get you,
Abigail
sir.
Shikawala.
No, that's supposed to be someone.
Oh, so in
Yes.
what Victor
Sikawatsu.
Sikasonde. Therefore, Victor
Yes.
Sikasonde. Any queries, madam?
No queries.
Beatrice, any queries? I can see your hand is, I don't know, itching.
Would that be a practical
Someone
part?
is the.
Yes, it's Beatrice here, sir.
Beatrice, are you married to some man? Or you are a man?
Yes, sir.
No, no, sir. But that's using.
Okay, there is some relationship. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Please don't get married. Please, we beg you. In the name.
No, sir.
Be a monk. Beatrice, be a monk.
Be a monk.
Ganaisa.
Yes, sir. My question.
Please
Okay.
forward, sir.
Yes. You. I told you.
Yes,
That's my
sir.
class. Not taboo. Yes, sir.
Would there be a practical part in this course? And
please don't ask me this question.
yeah.
Any queries? Follow what I'm doing. Don't disturb me when I'm telling. There is time for that. I want question testing. You are confusing me. You are bringing me outside these things. So on that one, next time, ask me. I'm asking you on. I'm in the gear when I'm lecturing. Please ask question on those things. Don't divert me to another route of to divert me to something else. No. Okay. Any queries on this? Beatrice, we are joking. That is the way we are. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Chipasha. 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 Hey. But someone, there is a hand there. No, I don't know. If I go to slides, you will say, no, I need the equation. Can you allow this type of situation, guys? Guys, if you were on my shoe,
No, sir.
Chipasha is just like that, sure. Even if you are Jesus Christ, you are furious. Look, he has even gone. Okay, so far on the testing, it is done. Let us go now on what we call deployment. Development. deployment or maintenance, or deployment or implementation. So the system there, guys, which you constructed has been tested. Now we are implementing the system. The implementation phase occurs when the system phase is completed and the new system is ready to replace what? The new one, the old one. So you have brought that system. For commercial software packages, this phase typically involves extensive training. So during this period is when you train those users how to use that new system. And technical user support to supplement sales and marketing effort is that is during that period. A large custom system implementation includes end user education. You train them, and equipment replacement, file conversion, care of monitoring of new system problem. This is the period when you train those people, because you won't be there from time to time to check on them. So this is the time when you're supposed to explain every detail. If the system is not doing something, you would say the truth. So end user training is critical to implement an information system successfully. So if you want a system to be improved, please, we don't need your can you switch off your mics, please? Check your mics. We are receiving a bad feedback. So end user training is critical. When you are training a person, it's very critical, it's very, very important, because it's the people who will be using the system. If they don't support your system, these end users are very, very important. They are users of the system. So it's important to do that. So during training, critical management, learn how to use some features on the new system. They learn how to handle problems that may arise when the system. So this is the implementation. Any queries there on implementation or deployment? Any queries? Any mafunzo? Subtraction, addition? Is it clear? BT, is it clear?
We are clear, sir.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
BT. Oh, Alexandra. I can see your hand there, Evans. So, Alexander, what is the problem which is reaching you?
Am I not heard, sir?
Eh?
I have a question, sir.
That's why I'm here.
Yes, I can see that the understanding of this implementation, testing, and everything is done well, but in terms of words, like for example, I am given a question to explain on it. Can I use other words apart from the certain the same words which are on the notes here?
If you use the English, I will understand. But if you use like this, who is this one? Like that criminal from the East. Who is that one? That is, I want to mark you.
That is a jelly.
I'd ensure that when constructing your land, you know, exam, sir, is a communication between you and me. It's a communication between you and me. But if you fail to communicate with me, then it becomes a problem. So ensure that thing, and I sometimes the master the way I want things. That's all.
Okay.
You understand me?
Sure, sir.
Yes. If I'm a joker, send the fee. So it's a way to system. Because you're gonna pay the same mark, my marks, not pay so even in a marking key. I write the marking key in details. That is the way it is. Evans, are you clear, Alexander?
Yes, sir, I'm very clear.
Okay. Evans?
Thank you.
My question is, if you discover there are bugs in the system, are you getting me?
I'm getting you, sir.
If you discover that there are bugs in the system during the testing phase, then is there a stage before the implementation where you can debug the problems in the code?
Boss, now tester. Mwasanga problem. What do you do?
You fix the problem.
You want just to take it. Okay, now I'm testing. I'm saying a problem. Every system for my end users. Okay. Mwaisa sangama fimu class. Class mu room. What do you do? Are you going to hand over the keys to the warden? No. You can't. You work on it. Remember, these are stages. Why do we test? In fact, I'll bring a question. Why do we test? What type of testing? Explain. I'll bring that. The reason why we test, in order to uncover the errors, in order to uncover what is hidden. And when we uncover, what do we do? We address those. If you, while Papa you discover that you haven't understood, what do you do? What are you doing? When you discover that I haven't understood, what do you do? You ask me. And me, I will give you the answer. So that we are moving at the same level. Why am I asking you that any queries? In order to ensure that you are not remaining with doubts. That's what I'm saying. Any queries?
Response appreciated, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Clear? It's clear.
It's clear. It's clear.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let us go to now what we call maintenance. Maintenance phase. This is the last one. The maintenance phase involves monitoring, evaluating, repairing, enhancing the system throughout the life cycle. This period is just like what I'm saying, maintenance from time to time. So software problem doesn't surface until the system has been in operation for a while, or the organization needs change. When they change, I identify, oh, there is that problem. It's when you do maintenance. System often need to adjust to keep up to date. There are some they change. For example, government regulation. Government say, tax. For example, if it is payroll, you should be taxing people 30%. There, you are just to come and work on that one, you maintain that regulations. Whether you like it or not, you have to do that. The following are many reasons for evaluating during system maintenance. One, the system is evaluated periodically to determine whether it is providing the acceptable benefit and meeting organization needs. Remember, when doing this, we normally want to meet organization needs. What the need of the organization. So we do that in order to ensure that it meets organization needs. If it's not meeting organization needs, we have to address that. Also, evaluate, provide the feedback necessary for management to assess whether the system was developed on schedule time. Remember, the system should be developed within the period specified. Okay. Any queries? Any queries on that? Any queries?
No queries, sir.
Guys? No queries.
No questions, sir. Yes.
Okay. Are you happy with this course so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I don't
Very much.
want. If you hate
Yes, sir.
me,
More than happy.
sabire kufenda muchimo. Nganami namisekesha yakoba nani, please forgive me if I wronged you. But I'm like that, whether you like it or not. I will continue shooting you. That is my nature. Okay.
What time are we
Benjamin,
meeting tomorrow, sir?
what time can we meet?
06, sir.
Huh?
You.
You.
06.
You. 06.
No, sir, no, not 06.
Hey,
Then
Basa.
said 10 hours.
06.
10 hours. We 10 hours.
06 please drop down my
8 hours.
Basa, could you
drop down.
8 hours.
Not a time.
Guys, let me talk, please. Give me time. We'll meet at 10 hours. School. School. So chama wapasa kukosi alina ushangu ilani oko. So it's better mkale for them continuously, please. Mudali fina shingira yenda for advice. Mavera. Guys,
Tamvera.
Yes, sir.
Tamvera, Tamvera.
Want to pass.
Yes, tulefuna okupasa, tulefuna.
If you don't want to
Help us, oh Lord.
if you don't want to pass it, if you don't want to pass inanga mwanda tuwekeza ngamwalanda tuwekeza
Someone to focus already cryptography power network security.
Yes, sir. Wake up.
Yes,
Okay, God bless you.
Thank you, sir.